Okay, kids, after taking a short break, alright, let's continue with grammar class. Okay, on this part, still, on page 90. Okay, now after listening to this story, okay, and do number 1 and number 2, which is the listening exercise. Everybody, let's go to exercise 3. Alright, on this part here. Choose the correct words to complete the sentences. Alright? So from here, kids. Alright, you have to choose the correct words to complete this exercise. Okay? Alright. So now after this, number 4. Look at this. Look at these fingerprints. Okay? How are they different? Compare your fingerprints to the ones in the picture. Alright, so kids, fingerprints are this, are the ones you have on your fingers. Okay, so let me tell you something about this, kids. Your fingerprints are unique. Nobody else can have the same fingerprints as you. Why? Because this is a very unique and individual, and specific part of our body. It's like our DNA. Do you remember, kids, in science class, DNA? The same with this. So, for example, when you get 18 years old and you get your DPI in Guatemala, okay, so you're going to do this. You're going to stamp your fingerprints on your personal ID or document, okay? Because this is good to identify people, all right? And there is a fingerprint record, which is kept, by the authorities, of the government, okay? So that's why, every one of us, we have a different fingerprint. Okay, so now, after this, okay, so let's move, kids, to page 91. All right, on this part here. Okay, so skills practice. Okay, number 1. Look at the title of the article. All right, so now here, kids, there is an article. All right, on this part. Read the text quickly first to understand what it's about. Then read it again more carefully to find the general meaning or exact information. Alright, okay, that is what you're going to do. You're going to read this, kids, 2 times, alright? And then, after this, number 2, look at the underlined sentences in the text. Is Rob talking about himself or other people? Okay, so the underlined, sentences here, kids. Alright, you're going to see here. Alright, you do this by yourself. Then, after this, number 3. Read paragraph 3, from 1 to 3, and choose the correct answer. Alright? So there is from 1 to 3. You have to choose the correct answer, kids, on this part. And then number 4. Now read paragraphs 4 and 5 and choose the correct answers, okay, on this, alright? Remember, all the information and all the answers you are going to get then from the reading, okay, from this text, alright? Don't forget it, kids. Okay, and then after this, okay, let's go to skill practice again, alright, on page 92. Alright, this part, kids. Okay, on this here. Alright, we're going to do exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And guess what? All are listening exercises. Okay, so don't worry about this. I'm going to put them now. Okay? So listen to them.
Student's Book, Unit 7, page 92. 1. Listen to the introductions. What is the topic for each one? 1.
You will hear two friends talking about a science lesson.
2.
You will hear two boys talking about a music event.
3.
You will hear a girl telling her brother about a book.
Student's Book, Unit 7, page 92. 3. Now read Activity 2 again. Listen, and for each question, choose the correct answer.
For each question, choose the correct answer. Question 1. You will hear two friends talking about a sailing course they took. What do they agree about?
Did you enjoy the course?
It was okay. I thought the instructor was a bit strict. I made a lot of new friends, though.
I think Mr. Jones was very professional. He was only making sure we were safe. Sailing can be dangerous otherwise. The lake was beautiful, wasn't it?
Actually, I thought it was quite dirty and noisy. But my room was so comfortable, and I had a great view from the window. Perfect for watching the sunset.
I'm going to ask for that room next year. If I don't get it, I'll complain.
All right, but I suggest speaking to Mrs. Harris about that, not Mr. Jones.
Now listen again.
Did you enjoy the course?
It was okay. I thought the instructor was a bit strict. I made a lot of new friends, though.
I think Mr. Jones was very professional. He was only making sure we were safe. Sailing can be dangerous otherwise. The lake was beautiful, wasn't it?
Actually, I thought it was quite dirty and noisy. But my room was so comfortable, and I had a great view from the window. Perfect for watching the sunset.
I'm going to ask for that room next year. If I don't get it, I'll complain.
All right, but I suggest speaking to Mrs. Harris about that, not Mr. Jones.
Question 2. You will hear a boy talking about a trip to a museum. What does he say about his friend Kelly?
I'm not sure I can come next week. I mean, my ankle still hurts. I fell during the museum trip today, and it's hard to walk now. My teacher used to be a nurse, so she knew how to put a bandage on my foot. It was painful at the time, but my friend Kelly and I joked about it on the bus afterward. I'll be annoyed if I'm not better before next week because my teacher thinks I'm doing well. She even said I might be able to be a team captain in the school quiz. Well, you can't argue with that, can you?
Now listen again.
I'm not sure I can come next week. I mean, my ankle still hurts. I fell during the museum trip today, and it's hard to walk now. My teacher used to be a nurse, so she knew how to put a bandage on my foot. It was painful at the time, but my friend Kelly and I joked about it on the bus afterward. I'll be annoyed if I'm not better before next week because my teacher thinks I'm doing well. She even said I might be able to be a team captain in the school quiz. Well, you can't argue with that, can you?
Student's Book, Unit 7, page 92. 5. Read and listen to the next example. What's the question?
Question 3. You will hear a girl telling her teacher about a classmate.
Sandra copied my test, Mr. Forster, and she got the same grade as me. It's not fair. She did it on a Spanish test, too.
That's a serious complaint, Linda.
It's true. Everyone knows that she copies.
Well, I did see her whispering to another student who was sitting close to you. I'll talk to Sandra, okay? I suggest you don't ask her anything until I have spoken to her, all right?
Okay, I promise I won't do any more detective work. Thanks, Mr. Forster.
Don't be late for class. Off you go.
Wow, kids! Good job! You did it so great on this listening to exercises. Great, kids. So I'm very happy for you. Okay, then after this, let's go to page 93, the last page of today's class. Okay, so now we're going to do a review. Okay, the review of Unit 7 on this class. Okay, so now we're going to do number 1, put the words in order here, this part. Number 2, there was a crime at your school. Okay, write the questions that a detective asked in reporter speech. Okay, so you had to do this to complete this part. Number 3, choose the 10 words. Alright, remember this, kids? Skip this part, don't do it. And then, after this, mission in action, write an article about the incident for a news website. Okay, last Tuesday there was a robbery on Main Street. Okay, well, now, kids, in the newspaper or, on internet, we can find lots of bad news, about robberies, about car accidents. Ooh, a lot of things, a lot of bad things, like, news about the coronavirus, this coronavirus outbreak, and we're always, we can see the news on TV or on internet, and also we can read the news too, and the newspaper. So, but not everything is bad. We have and we can read good news too. So that is, which is good. Okay, kids. So now after this, guess what? We're done for today. Yeah! We finished class. Good, kids. Yeah! Good. All right. So I'm so glad, kids, that we finished class today. And all right. Remember, Thursday we have reading and phonics, and Friday we have science again. Alright, so kids, thank you very much for watching this video, and like I said to you before, miss you so much, and see you soon. Okay, bye kids, be good, do your homework, zoom out.